How's it going, everybody? This is BeatTheBush. It's about 10:30 a.m. and I've been making milk tea for over 11 years. All the time it seems like I change the way I make my milk tea a little bit at a time. The latest has been me switching from dairy milk to almond milk. And I make the almond milk from scratch from real almonds. Let me show you guys how. Put in 1.4 ounces of almonds. There, 1.4. You just kind of fill this up with water to just kind of soak them overnight. Now I don't have time for overnight, so I have some soaking over here already. Dump out some of the water. If you just throw these in there, the skin of these almonds will get all caught in these little blades and it won't cut the almonds as well. And if you remove all the skin, your almond milk will be a little bit more white. So now I'm going to just proceed to remove all the skin. They come off pretty easily. Just kind of squeeze them like this and they come off. I'm rinsing them one more time because they look a little dirty. Now we're gonna pour it into my blender. 3/4 cups of water. This recipe makes 4 servings for milk tea. Pour it in here. The blender's loud, so I need hearing protection. I'm gonna blend it. Okay. This is my straining cloth just to remove all the fibers from the almond. You need a big enough bowl so that you can safely squeeze everything in, all the juices in there. Then what I do is just kind of put a hole in it like this. Remove the almond milk. Pour it in there. Look at all this waste. You can use a spudger to kind of remove it, but this is what I do. You add another 1/4 cup of water, and then I put that in here. Put the lid back on, and then shake it around like this, and look at, I'm collecting more of the almond milk, and now it's a lot cleaner. I'm gonna mix this along with the rest of the almond milk. Now this is not gonna dilute it as much. I made sure the final amount of water is about 1 cup and with 1.4 ounces of almonds. I fold up all 4 corners. I just kind of wrap it around like this, and then you just squeeze. I kind of massage it a little bit after I squeeze it, and then I'd give it another squeeze. Now after I'm done with this, I just kind of, try to loosen it all up within the strainer napkin thing, and then I pour it out. Right now it smells super duper almond like. It's like smells so good of almond smell right now, and I'm just trying to remove all the stuff inside this napkin, and you see the napkin still has a little bit on it, but that's okay. I try to get as much out as I can. This is the way to clean this cloth. I just rinse it with water and squeeze it out, and then I just hang this somewhere like that until this dries. This stuff over here is pretty darn expensive. This is what you would call almond flour if it gets dried up. So what I do with this leftover stuff from the almond is stick it in a toaster oven. You can stick it in like that. Toast it for a little bit until it's dried up. Then you can just kind of keep it in a sealed container after it's dried and wait until you gather enough of it. And usually what I do with it, you can mix it in with your bakery items, kind of replace it with flour. What I do is replace the wheat flour in my bread. This batch over here does not contain any almond flour, those almonds that I'm making over there. But when I do have them, it would be in there. I just kind of mix it all up and, it tastes great. Actually, I would say it does not taste like anything. You can hardly taste any almond flavor because there's so little in it. It just kind of, goes in there. Adds fiber to your diet, I guess. So I have my almond milk over here. I'm gonna pour it in here just to show you how much we have generated. This concentration is very specific. I want it to be this concentrated. I still have about 1 cup over here. Very little moisture is discarded, and basically this 1 cup will make me 4 cups of milk tea. Cup I always use for almond milk. I'll pour this in here. Now I don't make this almond milk every single day. You can see I made 4 servings, so I can only do this maybe twice a week if I keep on drinking just milk tea. So now let me proceed to making the tea portion of this. So I just toasted it. It feels like there's a little bit of moisture left in it. I'm gonna toast it again. Generally, I could just leave it in here to just kind of air dry after it's toasted. Normally, I want an adequate amount of black tea. This is about the amount. I just measure it by the cup. But I know you guys want to know what the exact measurements are, so I'm gonna pour this in here. About 1 tablespoon over 1 cup. But you gotta know, this is gonna evaporate a little bit depending on how hard you boil the black tea. I have my kettle over here, turn it on high, and pour my water in there. 1 cup, 1 tablespoon. Now we're gonna wait for this to boil. While this is happening, I'm going to pour this cup full of water. I'm gonna microwave this for 2 minutes and 10 seconds. Just to heat up the water inside so that the cup is also hot. I'm gonna pour the hot water in here to save the hot water to drink for later. My tea is kept in this box that says tea. These are PG tips. If you're wondering what it looks like, I have more up here. This is the PG tips. I like this PG tips. 40 bags here. I just have some, you know, laying around still. So the kettle is saying it's boiling. I'm gonna put my PG tips in there, just 1 bag. This is gonna go in and boil for 2 minutes, exactly. Gonna turn it down. I'm gonna have it on half of the burner because then this is just about the right amount to make the tea. I'm gonna set the timer for 2 minutes. The hot water is ready. At the same time right now, I might want to eat some toast. 2 pieces of this toast. Now this is toasting while I'm trying to make my milk tea. The tea is almost ready, so now I'm going to preempt this and pour my hot water in here. Close this up. Yeah, my cup is hot right now. Now the tea is ready. Pour the hot tea in there. Now this is a full boil black tea. You only want to do this if you are making milk tea. If you're drinking it by itself, you might want a little lower, slightly lower temperature for black tea. Now I want to squeeze that little bag in there a little bit. Okay, so now I have all the ingredients ready. Put 3 tablespoons of almond milk in there. I'm getting a little less than I want because I only have 1 hand. So let me just put add a little bit more in here to make up for it. And over here, 1 flat teaspoon of organic cane sugar. Mix this. Now I would say this is ready. Let me try this. Tastes very creamy, even though it's almond. I can taste a hint of almond in there. Almost a little bit too hot, so I'm gonna proceed to make my toast first. Toast just came out. I got some of this organic, creamy, unsalted, unsweetened peanut butter. I also have some of this date sugar that I sprinkle on top of here to make it a little sweet. It may look like it's a lot of date sugar, but it's not that sweet with this added on there because this is just crushed up dates really. So what I added is basically, you know, a half a date maybe. This thing clumped up. Squeeze it. So because I heated up the cup, the milk tea is very hot still. Yeah, this is a good drinking temperature. Slightly too hot before. So I have my toast with peanut butter and date sugar on it. When I do have toast, this is what I eat every morning, 2 slices, 2 half slices. And basically the procedure that I just showed you is what I do every single day. Except, I don't always drink almond milk. And when I do, I try to just keep on drinking it consecutively every single day. Depending on how I feel, I may drink black coffee, or I might add some almond milk in there to make it a latte. So for the drink, I alternate between black coffee, a latte, which is sweetened, and milk tea. I may or may not have some of this toast, depending if I have any bread made or not. So thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this making of this milk tea. I know this procedure is kind of long, but this is just kind of what I do every single day. For the black coffee, I kind of grind my own beans. So thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to give me a like on this video. Comment down below. Let me know if you're gonna try this thing out. Try making almond milk, because when you put it in there, you actually don't really need the creamer because this tastes absolutely very creamy still. I was totally surprised that you can actually use a plant to make creamer. It's wild, and it tastes very, very close. It tastes very good. You can learn to like the almond taste too. It tastes delicious. Don't forget to push that subscribe button and ring that bell icon. Thanks for watching.